Hello again, I'm Bob Weir with another interview of people in the news in North Texas. My guest today is Cathy Strathmann, who is running for Place 1 on the Flower Mound Town Council. Thank you for being here, Ms. Strathmann.
Thank you for the opportunity.
If you would begin by telling residents something about yourself, such as education, occupation, and such.
Well, I'm a retired senior. I've been in Flower Mound for about 24 years. More than half of those years I've worked in Flower Mound, so I know the town pretty well because I work for real estate agents. I'm married to my absolute best friend, and we bought a little RV and we travel a lot with our dogs.
Very nice. All right, your bio says that you're running an issue-based campaign. What are the significant issues?
For me, the significant issues are, me personally, the issues are economic development. I don't like that we're $130 million in debt. I don't like that we can't do a tax cut when we had the opportunity this year to use the effective rate and give people a little bit of a break on their taxes. We couldn't do it, and they said it was because of police and fire, and I feel if police and fire were a priority to the town, they would have already been in the budget.
Okay, so...
the other thing is really quality of life. I want to talk about quality of life issues, and that covers everything. That covers taxes, traffic, schools, anything that affects your quality of life. And town council, the decisions they make affect our quality of life.
Sure. How about affordable senior housing in Flower Mound? How do you feel about that?
Oh, the 10-year-old debate.
It's still going on.
Well, let's get her done. Get her done. Of course everybody wants affordable senior housing. I think it's interesting what they put out. They put out an overlay map of an area where they think it should be developed, which really is a spa. You know, the specific planned areas
Right.
we used to have,
Yeah.
which they did away with. So that concerns me a little that they're limiting it to a certain area. I know they say seniors want to be near the hospital and this and that and this. I think seniors want affordable housing. And if they're adjacent to a major road, it's not far to go to anything in Flower Mound, unless of course you get stuck in traffic. And then it could take you forever to get somewhere. Affordable senior housing is also relative. It depends on what's affordable and what's not affordable. My fear is what they're doing with this overlay map is they're creating another, like Lakeside, multi-use or multi.
Oh, sure, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I don't want more apartments in our town. Now, if we can have apartments specifically for seniors, we need to find out the need. Do we need 500? Do we need 100? Do we need, what do we need? And nobody seems to be able to answer that question. The overlay map that they're creating, I think, is kind of giving an advantage to certain homeowners and developers, and I don't see the need for it.
How about the growth in town, both commercial and residential? Is it going the right direction? Is it too
Well,
fast,
obviously it's not going in the right direction if we can't lower our taxes, because I thought all the businesses we were supposed to bring in town was supposed to alleviate some of that burden, and it's not. Now, I understand the appraisals are going up high. That's a whole nother issue as far as the value of our property, but anyway, we can alleviate tax burden on the residents through economic development, and I don't see that. I see a lot of incentives given away. They just gave away $106,000 to a company to move into town. Last time I had to get a permit fee, I had to pay for it.
Well, that leads to the next question I was going to ask you. Do you believe businesses should be incentivized to come to town?
I think it's on a case-by-case basis, but I personally don't think impact fees should ever be waived. That's the lifeblood of that area of town. So if you're taking away those permit fees, who pays for that? Who pays for those guys to go out and inspect places? And we pay for that?
Well,
then.
sure, it comes out of taxes.
Now, if as long as it's a fair deal to where the town is benefiting from the business, if you want to work out a tax thing, one of the things that was really interesting to me was the Stryker deal, and they gave them money to build like a basketball court or soccer field or whatever it was over there that was just specifically going to be used for Stryker. Why didn't we give their employees a discount to our CAC instead?
Well, that's something they may have to,
I mean, that would benefit everybody. And then,
but the idea of incentivizing businesses in town, it's usually a long-range plan. I mean, it's what you will get back over a course of years, 10 years, 20 years, and so forth.
now, and I don't know how they're tracking it. I don't know who's tracking it. I haven't been able to find out that information. There's a lot of businesses that were given incentives that aren't even here anymore. I don't think restaurants, I want any business that wants to come to our town to come, but the risk should be on the business, not on the town.
Right.
But impact fees, no. I don't think impact fees should ever be waived.
How about some of the lodge developments? Were you in favor of Riverwalk Lakeside or the Courtyard Marriott Hotel?
The hotel I'm absolutely in favor of. The Lakeside's not my cup of tea, but it seems to be popular, and I'm hearing good and bad. Some people love it, some people hate it. My problem really with Lakeside is traffic. What it's adding to the south end of town to get in and out of traffic. And I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I don't want any more developments like that to start up until we see how Lakeside does. Southgate is starting up right at Giroux and 2499, which is going to create another bottleneck down there. So every decision we make as far as zoning is concerned affects not just the immediate area, but especially on the south end trying to get out of town. Riverwalk, I'm excited about Riverwalk, but I'm disappointed about Riverwalk. I'm excited about the hotel. I think it was interesting that they put an amphitheater in the Riverwalk because it's right next to the hospital. So to me, that's kind of a concern just from a noise standpoint. I would have loved to see the amphitheater in Lakeside. I mean, they have little concerts and stuff there already.
Right.
And I think that's something the town needs to look at. My other concern is the developer is under investigation by the FBI and the IRS. I think we need to hold his feet to the fire and let's go.
How about your votes on the council? Would they differ very much from Councilman Webb?
One of the big votes, and one of the reasons I actually decided to run again, well, there was two votes. One was the effective tax rate. To me, giving residents or taxpayers in the town of Flower Mound a break on their taxes is important. And telling us that, how dare we ask for a tax break when this is for the fire and police, to me, the fire and police should have already been in the budget, not the afterthought of the millions of dollars they were going to get. I got an answer of, oh, it's only a couple $100 a year, a few $100 a year. Well, to some people, and me included, that's a lot of money, especially when my home goes up 10% every single year in value.
Yeah.
The other one was the vote about the exposed neon signs in the stucco buildings. I was not happy about that. Now, I think that also should be on a case-by-case basis. But what they're doing is they're taking away our town's power to regulate how it goes. Now, anybody can go put up an exposed neon sign. Anybody can build a 100% stucco building. They don't even have to ask anymore. And that upset me.
How about the campaigning you'll be doing? What type will it be? Literature fundraisers, knocking on doors?
No, I'll be door knocking. I'll be block walking. I'll be out there. But what I've been doing, and I've done this for even before I ran last year. I attend HOA meetings. I attend developer meetings. I'll go meet with any resident or any community that has an issue that needs some help because I'm a voice. I can be a voice, and I'm not afraid to go in there or speak to people who can make a difference for them. One of the biggest issues I have is people don't know about things that are going to affect their quality of life until the very last minute or it's too late. I think it's the responsibility of council members and developers to meet with the residents that are directly affected with a zoning change or whatever it is. They need time.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about your candidacy?
What I really want to get out there is I'm not a slate voter. I don't vote one particular way all the time. I think it's really important for every single resident to be represented on the council and have a voice. I don't like this word divisiveness because to me a difference of opinion is not being divisive. We should welcome debate. We should welcome new ideas. We might learn something from some of these people.
Well, I want to thank you for being here, Ms. Strathmann, and good luck in the election.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for watching.